Hello, I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman, aka Doc, with another one of these little videos designed to help you to get through these strange days in which we find ourselves, and these are strange days indeed. This week I'm talking about your future and food. And I'm not talking about your diet, I'm talking about your future, but I'm using some little stories about food to illustrate what it takes to get to a delightful future. And I want you to have a delightful future. We were in St. Louis in a conference. I inquired at the front desk if there was any place in walking distance that served lobster. The folk at the front desk said there's a restaurant 3 or 4 blocks down the street. It's just world renowned for their lobster. And so we set out. We had 2 other couples with us. Both of the pastors had been in previous lives gangsters. That's the only way you can describe them. They were pimps, they were pushers. They had become Christians. God called them into ministry. They had great churches, but their background was straight up OG original gangster. We started walking. We walked under the freeway. The neighborhood got dicier and dicier. It wasn't very long before we were in the hood. I mean, deep in the hood. We kept on walking. My friends, remember, these guys had been gangsters in their previous lives, started looking at each other like, should we be here? Should we be here? It didn't look like an area where there would be a really nice restaurant. We kept walking, and finally we stopped. And they said, we may need to turn back. And I said, well, there's a building right down there that looks like it might be a restaurant. Let me walk down there. You guys stay here with our wives, and I'll walk down there and check it out and see if it's the restaurant. I walked the half block down to where the building was at, went in the front door. I looked on the wall, and there were all these pictures of the owner of the restaurant with famous people. There must have been 50 or 60 pictures of famous people on the walls. I inquired, yes, this is the place. I walked out, motioned to my friends. They came down. We went in. It was kind of a little bar and grill with an outdoor patio. I asked if they were serving lobster that night, and they said, yep, out on the patio. So we went out on the patio. We sat down. Now I have to describe this to you. We sat down on folding chairs at a folding table. We went up to a window, and we were given paper plates with huge lobsters on them, corn on the cob, baked potato, salad. We carried that back to our table. Plastic utensils. This is not fine dining in any sense of the word. Plastic utensils. And we just ripped those lobsters apart. It wasn't very long before a blues band went up on the stage and started playing a little blues, and all of us like blues, so the blues are playing, we're eating a lobster off paper plates, and it was a memorable meal. Now you're saying, what does that have to do with my future? Everything. If you want to experience delight in life, and that was a delightsome meal. If you want to experience delight in life, there are 3 things you need to understand. The first is you have to have a destination. Where are you going? What do you want to experience in life? I wanted to experience a lobster. We wanted to experience a fine evening, and we found it. But you have to have a destination. What's your destination? Secondly, you have to have determination, because it's not always going to look like you're getting where you want to be. That neighborhood certainly didn't say, this is a place where you're going to find lobster. Of course, lobster was served on paper plates, but that added to the ambiance of the experience. You have to have a destination. You have to have determination to press on through when it doesn't look like you should be pressing on through. And here's the last one. And I don't know that we were in any danger at all, but you have to be willing to face a little bit of danger. There's always risk in determining your future. It's easy to sit back, pull a rock over you, hide in a cave. It's always easy to sit back and talk about why you can't do what you know you want to do. Or you can just face the future, have a destination in mind, have the determination to reach that destination, and be willing to take the risk, face a little danger. You might find a delightsome meal in a strange place. You might find lobster on paper plates with plastic utensils, folding chairs and a folding table, and a great blues band. But most of all, you might find some congenial companionship, as we did that night. I'm Dr. Leon Stutzman. This Sunday at Aspire Church, I'm going to be talking about fixing your future. That's fixing in both senses of the word. Fixing in the sense of if it's broken, you can fix it, and fixing it as in the sense of making it secure. You can catch it on the live stream at aspirechurch.tv, or you can catch it on Facebook at Aspire Church TV. Facebook, Aspire Church TV, live stream aspirechurch.tv, 10 o'clock Sunday morning Eastern Daylight Time. It's going to be powerful. Friday, I've got another story to tell you about food that'll help you to find your future.